Canjam 2023 Singapore edition. Let's see what's inside.
Alright, I'm going to stop myself right there because this was a 2-day event. There's a lot of footage, but if I were to sum it up, it was a journey. It was a journey from the west all the way to the east and back to Singapore. So why don't I take you on this journey over this 2-part series of Canjam Singapore 2023. Let's start in the west. We have North America with Fur Audio from Canada, Empire Audio and Noble Audio from the US of A, both family-run businesses, both having some interesting things to offer.
Okay, next up is Fur Audio, and with us we have Vlad. Vlad, tell us a little about Fur Audio and what you're bringing to the table today.
So first of all, we're really glad to be here in Singapore show. We really enjoyed coming out here. We've released our Radon 6 limited anniversary edition.
Okay.
Our Radon 6 features a technology called kinetic bass, where we tap into bone conduction. We use a dynamic driver and we open the IEM shell and we port the dynamic driver to the outside of the shell. Those low frequencies, they hit kind of your ear and it via bone conduction transfers to the inner ear. What's interesting is we're using the same driver for air conduction as opposed to maybe some of the technologies where they're just bone conduction. It's kind of limiting. We have both of those and we're doing that with one driver. So it's a very unique technology.
Nice. And what is that retail at right now?
It's $32.99 USD.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. All right. Next up, we have Noble Audio and Jim, who is. What do you do at Noble Audio?
I'm an owner.
He's the owner of Noble Audio.
I'm an owner of Noble Audio.
Oh, there you go. He can tell us all about it and what they bring to the table today.
Yeah, Noble Audio, we've been around since about 2014. What we've got here today, it's a flagship level. It's the Ronin 12 drivers. It's got 4 electrostatics, 4 Knowles BAs, and then 4 Sonyan BAs. The Sonyans bring out really nice, rich bass in it. And then the Knowles provide very good mids, and then the electrostatics, of course, is highs and super highs. Then we've got the Viking Ragnar. A while ago, we produced the Viking, which was made from all Damascus steel, and they sold out before we finished production. The Viking Ragnar has Damascus faceplates on that. It's got 2 dynamic drivers, 4 BAs and 4 electrostatics. Ooh. And then we recently released our flagship TWS. Now what's special about these is it's got a dynamic and 2 BA drivers.
Okay.
Our production costs on these are about 3 to 4 times higher than your normal.
And what codecs do they support?
Well, this is the 3040 chip. We haven't really got into the real high resolution codec. That's in future versions.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, what is that retail for? Roughly?
$359 USD. And then these are our Prestige units, which these are made out of wood.
Okay.
And this is actually an Amboina out of Gizaudio.
May I?
It's out of Thailand.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
And we can do it even in a custom format.
It's custom.
As a custom.
This is somebody's ear, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Thank you for your time and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Okay, right there. That true wireless earbud you saw from Noble Audio was fascinating to me because the moment I put them on, they sounded better than pretty much everything I'd heard. I wanted to compare it with the XM4, I just didn't have it on hand. But that's definitely something I want to review and definitely something I want to see them revise with higher res codecs. To be fair, for $350, it did feel a bit like an OEM rebadged in terms of the case and whatnot, but the actual sound quality was something else.
Okay, up next we've got Empire Audio and none other than Jack to tell us a little bit about the brand, what you guys do, where you're from, and what you've got literally brought to the table today.
So I'm from Empire Ears. It's a family business. My father is the founder. I'm a co-founder. I'm the vice president there. And we're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We cater primarily to musicians, but we seem to have found a following in the audio enthusiast world as well. So we're here to show Project Raven, which is Empire's take on an all-rounder. It's a quad brid. It has 2 of our W9 DDs, 5 balance armatures, quad electrostats, and our W10 bone conductor. We're just really excited to show it, man. And we call it the Raven based on Norse mythology, because Odin had 2 ravens, and he would send them out to get info and bring them back. So that's essentially what I've been doing for the past year or so. And a lot of people have been asking for basically our signature, but with a little bit less upper mids and more treble extension. And I think that's something we finally achieved. But I'll let the people talk when they hear it.
So I've heard these. They definitely have treble extension. I'll give it that much. I won't give away too much. Go and check them out. This is the Raven from Empire Ears.
And then, of course, we had Jack from Empire Audio, another family-owned business. We had some interesting IEMs. Project Raven was definitely a little more bass-focused, a little more bass-heavy, and warm, but with a lot of treble extension as well. That's all I'm going to get for first impressions. But Jack, whom I spoke to both on and off camera, fascinating guy, really nice conversation, and man, was he popular. It was hard to get any time with him. So right about now, you might be wondering what all these pieces of art behind me are. Well, I'm in Cambodia, and I thought while doing this, I may as well take you on a little street tour of the graffiti/street art. Some of it quite interesting, very vivid, some of it extremely flamboyant, but perhaps none as flamboyant as our next interviewee. This man was probably the most practiced salesman of them all, and he had some interesting stuff to say.
All right, so here we've got, I've been corrected. I said Klipsch, but actually T10 Bespoke. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
I can.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here. So T10 Bespoke is the world's first in-ear computer.
Oh.
So inside each ear, we're running an ARM quad-core processor, an ARM M0 co-processor, twin 10 silica hi-fi DSPs, a 9-axis gyroscope, and quartz microphones from Knowles, plus the Sonian 2600 single armature driver, Klipsch 924 variant. So imagine...
Try saying that 3 times in a row.
Imagine that all of that computing power is inside that.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's made from ceramic, and because it's ceramic, it will last forever. And the challenge with a lot of computing devices, as we all know from owning phones and other computers, is that technology changes over time. So you'll notice one screw holds the entire product together. And when I unscrew this, micro gaskets, which hold the parts and pieces in watertight and airtight situation, allow this to come apart. I can upgrade the electronics, change the speakers, change the microphones, change the sensors, and completely change the technology package, and then screw it back together again.
So
you can invest in this.
Done by the user? Can be done by the user?
Eventually.
Or?
Today it's done in our factory, but in fact we designed...
If I had this, I could bring it back to you guys for an upgrade.
You can, and in the future we're going to set it up with the toolkit and everything so that other people can hot rod it, right? Like
so
a Harley
it doesn't
Davidson.
just become a piece of e-waste later.
That's the whole point. It does not ever become a piece of e-waste.
That is cool.
This is fully sustainable. There's no plastics in the product, right? Even the silicon-like material is made from a product called Green Dot Bioplastic. It's made from corn. Okay. It's the first biocompostable, backyard biocompostable plastic alternative. So between the real metal and the real ceramic and the corn plastic, which is biocompatible, compostable, there's literally no waste in the product. And because you can always upgrade, it will never become technologically obsolete. So you can afford to make a little bit larger investment in this wireless product, but know that your investment is safe because it will never, ever become obsolete.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And also, because we have so much computing power, we can do some pretty cool things. So for instance, we can control the product with head motions.
Okay.
Mouth gestures, like clicking your teeth or popping your tongue. Right. It's full voice control. So I say, ear micro, play. And I'm now hearing music, or next track, or volume up, volume down. I can even create my own custom gestures, wake words. The touch gesture is programmable. You can connect it to IFTTT devices, run your lights, your thermostat, your hot tub.
Just by talking to it?
Just by talking to it, or using any of the other interfaces like your head or your mouth.
Okay.
And we're working now on full MIDI 2.0 interface. So you'll be able to use this on stage. You'll be able to control your other instruments. The click track in your ear if you're a stage performer. Starting and stopping a recorder just with the bite of your mouth. So we call this eyes-free, hands-free computing. So if you think about it, if you're using a phone, it's 2 hands and your eyes. Even a watch, eyes and hands. A computer, eyes and hands. Here, no eyes, no hands. So it's a totally different way to compute, but we're also hi-fi. So this is 9624 streaming, Sony LDAC compatible, and Class D amplification and Class AB selectable. Okay. So you can choose how you'd like to use the amplifier depending on whether you want to save battery or have ultimate fidelity and sound pressure levels. So quite a sophisticated amount of compute to go into this little tiny thing.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But I also see there's a whole bunch going on over here as well.
There
Could you
is.
take us through that?
I'd love to. Here, I'll step aside.
Wait, hang on. It says featuring Klipsch audio, so this is not
No.
Klipsch at all. This is
Well, it's featuring Klipsch audio because if we pull this ear tip off, what you see here is the original Klipsch X10, which was their wired single driver, high-end in-ear monitor. They made it for about 20 years. It was my favorite. And so I approached Klipsch and said, I'm building an ear computer. I want the very, very best audio package that I can put onto it for the acoustics. So I licensed with Klipsch the X10 and put it right onto my ear computer to make the T10. So
Gotcha.
it's T10 Bespoke because it's custom. Every single unit is designed for its customer and hand built in Kansas City by me and my team in our factory. So
everything's customizable.
everything is customizable. We can make it match your favorite color scheme. This particular unit, for example, that's solid white gold. I encourage you to hold this in your hand so you can feel
Oh dear.
the solid white gold.
That's solid,
And this
alright.
is 6 carats of diamonds and amethysts
Jeez.
that have been placed into this unit. So this is a
Okay.
very expensive unit, worth $38,000. But a starter unit, something simple like this,
Right.
is milled carbon fiber,
Nice.
black PVD aluminum, black polished obsidian ceramic, and a unit like this is only $3,200. So you
Okay.
can get started for as low as $2,800. You can spend as much as $50, $70, $80, $100,000 if you put enough diamonds and jewels in it.
That's really cool. This is a little mood board here.
This is a collection. We call this the smoker. We do the smoker, the drinker, the tweaker, the thinker, the writer, the author, the poet.
Oh.
We're even doing one for the fly fisher. And so the idea is use your T10 Bespoke in a remote way to escape into your own head. So this James Bond case allows somebody who really likes to smoke and to think to take their smoking, their thinking, their drinking, and their T10 Bespoke listening in a simple case to
I
jump
see.
on the jet and fly to wherever.
That's pretty awesome.
we think James Bond would approve. It's even in a zero Halliburton
Perfect.
James
All you
Bond
need is that
case.
Aston Martin to go with it.
Exactly. By the way, all of these are vintage accessories. So for instance, this is a 1936 Ronson Tenapack cigarette case with integrated lighter. All of these vintage accessories have been fully restored. Of course, you've got your playing cards underneath, William Henry knife, which is also a cigar cutter, 1950s Falcon Cool smoking pipe, English pewter accessories. This is a Dunhill pipe tamp. Even this is a World War II era lighter, which has been fully restored, ready to go.
Okay,
You've got your
that's just-
cigars and your pipe tobacco. Of course, some people will choose to put their marijuana cigarettes in there or whatever else you'd like.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the T10 Bespoke. You can go check them out.
Yeah, www.t10bespoke.com or T10 Bespoke on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
There you go.
Thanks much.
Thanks a lot, Bear.
Appreciate your time.
And that was North America. By the way, this is the Independence Monument. It was erected in Phnom Penh to commemorate and celebrate the independence from French colonial forces. So I guess it's a good time to hop over the pond and go to Europe. This would have been a perfect place to insert a focal interview, but we didn't get a focal interview. But we did speak to some people from Italy, Torino to be precise, and they had perhaps one of the most distinctive booths at Canjam.
All right, next up we have Spirit. We've got with us Giordano, who will tell us a little bit about the brand and about some really, really interesting things on the table there. One of the most interesting tables, I think, at Canjam Singapore 2023. Giordano.
Thank you so much. We are an Italian, let me say the only Italian headphone producer. We were born in 2018. We developed an entire list of products, mainly of dynamic headphones. But the last born is Centauri, that is a planner. Everything is made in Italy and everything is handmade in our factory. Our top of the list are the evolution of one of our best creation, that is Twin Pulse. Twin Pulse system is a double driver each side of the headphone. Valkyria is an extreme evolution, and for example the magnet inside the Valkyria and inside the Pulsar, we move it from one only magnet, the red one inside here, to 9 magnets. The revolver magnet system, you can see inside the red one. That is one magnet in the center and 8 magnets around it. The magnet inside the twin pulse system is 3.5 kilos, and inside the pulsar and the Valkyria are 14 kilos. So much more power and much more openness and sound stage and clarity of the sound.
And I would like to ask you about, what is that?
Is by now is a prototype. We are launching this and we are testing it. In the preampli is a tube and the final stage is a solid state.
Okay.
You can drive 3 headphones together.
I see.
Otherwise, in the back side there are connection for the speakers. Very, very low noise.
This is Andrea. Apparently you are responsible for all the design? Wow, that's quite something, huh?
And that was Spirit Audio. Now I gotta say, I got to try their highest end headphones. The one with 2 drivers on either side. It definitely did have a kind of bass slam and impact that you didn't find in many other headphones. But I couldn't really say more than that. It was open back and there was a lot of noise outside. I'm not entirely sure it had all the resolution there, and I can definitely say that it was very, very expensive. Definitely distinctive though. And also, I don't know what's going on here. I think they dance. They're just waiting for them to start dancing at some point. Meanwhile, perhaps it's time for us to travel further up north to the United Kingdom, where we have people like DCS bringing their really expensive DAC amp setups, and also Warwick Acoustics bringing their answer to the Sennheiser HE1.
We've got all of this, which is brought to us by a company called DCS. We've got James here who can tell us a little something about what they do and what they've brought here to Canjam Singapore.
Absolutely. So this is the DCS Lena system. It comprises of the DCS Lena network DAC on the top. We've got the Lena master clock in the middle, and then on the bottom, the standalone Lena headphone amplifier. So this was released May 2022, last year. So it's the first time we've been demoing it at Canjam Singapore. More compact form factor. Here, the bar top.
More compact.
Absolutely, yes. So it's around about half the size.
Wow. Okay.
So there was quite a lot of engineering work went into taking everything that was in the bar top to a little bit more of a desktop-friendly form factor for headphone users.
Each of these components can be bought separately and work on their own as well, yeah?
Absolutely, yes.
Right,
Yeah.
so you can get the DAC and you can get that, and then you can, this timing unit, I'm just going to call it a timing unit right now.
Yep.
The clock, as it were.
Yes.
That can be added later.
Exactly, yeah. It reduces any sources of jitter that happen within the DAC. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But as you say, they can all be used completely separately.
And how much would this sort of system set you back? All 3 of them, let's say?
So in Singapore dollars, is full stack is 46,500. So that's 20,500 for the DAC, 14,500 for the amplifier, and 11,500 for the clock.
And I think it's fair to say it would run anything.
Enough output power to drive absolutely anything. We'll drive this as far as to about 121 dB continuous clean and unclipped. So.
Not that is recommended. Don't do that.
No, anything above about 108 dB, your hearing kind of stops working. So yeah, plenty of power there.
Awesome. Oh, thanks for the time, James. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Next up, we have Warwick Acoustics, and we've got Martin here to tell us all about them.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
You liking Singapore?
Love Singapore, love Asia, and the show's been really good. Really steadily busy all day yesterday.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Warwick Acoustics and what you have to offer?
So Warwick Acoustics, we're a British company. Everything we have here is made in the UK in our facilities in Nuneaton in Warwickshire. Everything we do evolves around our proprietary electrostatic speaker technology, and with that electrostatic technology you need the drive electronics for it, so we do that as well. So everything is designed from the ground up, and by designing everything from the ground up, we believe that our systems give the ultimate listening experience. And we've got our entry-level Bravura. This is a single-sided electrostatic driver. And then we've got the Aperio, which is our flagship. That uses a push-pull electrostatic.
2 electrostatic
It's got
filaments.
it's got 2 stators, whereas the Bravura has 1 stator. And basically that is also a preamplifier for like a hi-fi system. You get the DAC, Energizer amp, headphones, for everything.
And what would something like that set you back?
Singapore dollars, silver it's 10,000, and then the Aperio in silver would be 54,000. In black it's 60,000. The reason it's more expensive in black is we're only making 50 systems, and that's it.
Oh,
We also do it in 24 karat gold.
Oh,
and
nice.
that's 75,000 Singapore dollars.
It would have been funnier if the black was more expensive than the gold, though, to be fair.
No, it's not. It's not.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, Martin.
Thanks for your time.
Have a
Thanks
lovely
for coming
day, and
by.
I'll catch you later,
Enjoy
yeah?
the rest of your show.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Man, I could do with a beverage right now. There's a bunch of pubs back there I'd love to visit, but oh, behind me is the Tonle Sap River, which I can only hope that I'm pronouncing right. And that's actually joining the Mekong River there, which makes that little bit of land a delta, which is, you know, full of fertile land. And for some reason, there's a hotel there. But you probably don't care about any of that. What you do care about, perhaps, is Visioneers. So we're going back down to mainland Europe. They were doing something really, really interesting for an upcoming product.
And next up, we have Amin from Visioneers, and they're doing some really interesting stuff today. But I'll let you take it away. Tell us a little about the brand and where you guys are from and what you're bringing to the table today.
Yeah, my name is Amin, that's true. We are from Visioneers, Germany. We come to Singapore actually each year to the Canjam, and we present our lineup, but also new models. And the newest model is like the Phoenix Limited. It's a certain driver system with a special carbon housing. As you can see, it's like 180 layers combined. There are also watchmakers using this for house casing, right? Yeah, we use that for the earphone shell to make it very light, because certain drivers are quite heavy inside. Nicely made aluminium faceplate with a sapphire glass on top to protect the whole faceplate. That's a limited one. So what we do today is we present our newest model, which will be launched in August this year. There are two models, and the people can decide whether, like, we call it red and blue model, and make a little review on that, and to get their thoughts, to make a decision for us.
So, if I understand this right now during this show and across other shows as well, you're literally taking statistical evidence.
Correct.
On preferences.
Yes.
And, well, the tuning will be finalized based on this data?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, it's the first time we do something like that.
Yeah.
Just to get a feedback from the audience, to have an earphone or a tuning which really hits them better, right?
All right, thank you very much, Amin.
Thank you for your time.
See you around.
Yeah. Cheers.
And that was Visioneers. It was very, very interesting. I listened to both the IEMs they had to offer, and honestly, one of them was lush and smooth, but also bass heavy and very warm. And the other one was a little more clinical, still had a lot of bass, but it didn't have that smoothness, but it was suitable for various genres of music. So it was really hard to decide for me. I kind of wanted a bit of this and a bit of that. That's typical audiophile, right? Anyway, after all this, there were a whole bunch of people I spoke to after this, but in the middle, I mean, you get a little tired of everyone telling you their product is the best and you're listening to so many products. So what happened next was a godsend. It was like a cool sip of water in the middle of a hot day. I met someone and had a lovely conversation with this gentleman, someone that you know. By the way, can we just stop and, just look at this place. This thing is nuts. I did not expect this to be quite this high up. I think we're on the 37th floor. But anyway, this next person is probably why you clicked on this video anyway, so here you go.
Dude, what's happening, man? Good to see you. And now, the moment some of you have been waiting for, I'll let you introduce your channel, because I don't believe that any of you don't know this channel, but I believe some of you might not have checked it out yet. It's called
Gizaudio.
Gizaudio, and it's a lot more than a channel, isn't it? It's not just a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
it's
a
actually
website as well. Yeah,
right.
We do some blogs and some news articles too. But I'm mainly on the YouTube side, so there's a whole separate team for the website and all.
Right, there you go. This is Timmy, and what is your secret, man? Because I've seen his channel grow like that, where most of us go ever so slightly, they tick up like that. This dude, his rate of review videos and his quality of reviews are on a next level altogether. So I'm straight up asking you, I need to be you. How do I get there?
That's high praise. I don't think you deserve that much praise. Well, you just review all the relevant stuff. I think the most important thing is
just everything, huh?
I mean, not everything. Like, I think it's good to be involved in the community and know what people are talking about. Like, for example, the newest one that came out, the EA 500. You know, if you're on Facebook, if you're on the Discord, you kind of see what people are talking about, what people want to see, and then you prioritize making those videos, right? And you also look to see if what kind of comparison people want to see as well. If you read online saying they're comparing EA 500 to Aria, then in a video you should include that comparison because it's a relevant comparison that people would like. And so how you grow a channel is you help as many people as possible, right? So you make your video as useful as possible
Right.
by putting in these relevant comparisons, doing relevant reviews. So not just anything, but only the stuff that people care about. And you do enough of those, and it'll go. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Literally a masterclass on everything you need to know to get your YouTube channel to grow. But let's talk about actually, fun fact. What you guys didn't know is this is not his first channel. He, believe it or not, used to review perfumes and various scents of sorts.
Yeah, just colognes.
Colognes.
Men's colognes.
What are you wearing today?
I'm not wearing anything today. I don't have anything.
And this is what he has learned. Au natural is best.
Yeah, it's sweat.
It's Singapore
sweaty,
though.
It's rainy, so I don't want to
That's
wear
crazy,
anything.
yeah? Are you enjoying Canjam though so far?
I am.
It's good?
Loving it. Like, I love seeing everyone that we talk to online. I'm sure
Right.
you talk to a lot of people online. So now we have like a face to a name, and it's like a whole community. It feels much closer now than like just an online distant kind of thing. So happy to see everyone here.
I don't know. Big channels. This is what they. I have no idea. No, I'm kidding. No, it is quite interesting putting faces to some of those names. I met Ian Fan and Gizaudio, and I finally get to meet you as well. It's pretty awesome. How long are you here in Singapore for?
Only till Monday.
Till Monday. Okay.
But I've been here for like since Wednesday, so almost a week. Yeah.
Okay. Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah, love the food. Feels just like home. I'm Thai.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of food here like similar.
That's right. You now have a Thai channel as well, eh?
Yeah, Thai audio channel. Yeah.
Again, I have no idea how he does it. And apart from running these two channels and God knows what else, the man's got a collab as well. He has literally tuned an IEM with a manufacturer. Do you want to tell us about that as well? Do you want to plug
Oh
the
yeah,
IEM?
the Leisures Galileo. Yeah. If you like something more relaxing, smooth, easy to listen to, long listening session maybe, you know, all in a beautiful shell, then yeah.
And why Galileo?
I just like stars in space.
just like stars?
I mean, that's the simplest answer to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought, it was standing for a sense of space and whatnot. And actually, fun fact, Galileo was one of the first, if not the first on record to associate sound with compression and rarefaction of air.
I didn't even know that. I just like stars. Look at me.
Man made a whole IEM and everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Okay, wait, I have to clarify. I kind of messed up there in the moment. It wasn't compression and rarefaction of sound. It was just that Galileo scrubbed a thing along another thing, and he realized that if he scrubbed faster, the pitch of the sound created was higher. So he correlated frequency and pitch. Sorry, I got that wrong. I just thought I'd point that out. Continue.
That was Timmy. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, Gizaudio, do check it out. It is one of the best resources for IEM reviews that you'll find on the internet right now.
And that was a lovely conversation I had with Timmy. I had another off-screen conversation, and that was really nice as well. Really nice to catch him up. Hopefully someday I'll be able to have a much longer conversation with him. But meanwhile, can I just encourage you to subscribe, because we're at the end of part 1. Don't worry, there's a lot more. Part 2 will have me talking about the Sennheiser experience more than just the HE1. There was a few things to talk about there. We'll take a trip to Japan, see what Japanese brands have to offer, and we'll go via China back to the Singapore homegrown brands, and also talk about the proprietors of a couple of establishments that make being an audiophile in Singapore so damn easy and so gosh darn fun. Also, we meet Clinical, so there's that interview as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Think about being a member of the channel. There's a lot more content in the members area, I promise you, and come back for more. Stay happy, stay peaceful, stay colorful. I'll see you in part 2. Namaste.